Pia Gwen Roculas from section 111H, and now I am going to perform a hand washing technique return demonstration. Now, what is hand hygiene? Hand hygiene is important in every setting, including hospitals. It is considered one of the most effective infection prevention measures. Now, what is hand washing? Hand washing is the most effective way to prevent the spread of microorganisms. Hands that are visibly soiled need a longer wash or repetition of the procedure. Now, there are 4 purposes in doing a hand washing. The first one is to reduce the number of microorganisms to the hands. The second one is to reduce the risk of transmission of microorganisms to the clients. And the third one is to reduce the risk of cross-contamination. And for the last one, it helps to reduce the risk of transmission of infectious organism to oneself. Now, there are equipments to be used in doing a hand washing. It includes the easy-to-reach sink with warm running water, the antimicrobial soap, the paper towel, the trash can, and the lotion, and that is optional. Okay, now for the procedure, stand in front of the sink, keeping hands and uniform away from the sink surface. If hand touch the sink during a hand washing, repeat the procedure. This is done because inside of the sink is a contaminated area. Reaching over sink increases risk of touching edge, which is a contaminated area. Now, take off wristwatch and fold long uniform sleeves. Remove rings during washing. This is done because microorganisms can lodge in the setting of jewelry and under rings. And also, removal of it facilitates proper cleaning of hands and arms. Okay? Inspect surfaces of hands for breaks or cuts in skin or cuticles. Okay, so I'm checking now. This is done because open cuts of wounds can harbor high concentration of microorganisms. Now, inspect nails individually for length. Nails should be short and filed because microorganisms mostly stay at beneath the fingernails. Okay? Turn on water with a regulating flow of water. Avoid splashing water onto uniform because this is done because microorganisms can travel and grow in moisture. Okay, wet hands and wrists thoroughly with the hands and forearms lower than elbows. Okay, hands are the most contaminated area. That is why we have to put our hands from cleanest to least clean in order for the microorganism to be rinsed into the sink. Okay, apply the small amount of antimicrobial soap. Okay, wash hands using plenty of lather and friction for at least 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, interlace fingers and thumb. Interlace fingers and rub palms and back of hands with circular motion for at least 15 seconds. 5 seconds rather. Okay, and vice versa. Okay, palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Okay, now back fingers for the opposing fingers interlocked. this one. Vice versa. Okay. Rotational rubbing for the left thumb to the right thumb. And then next. Okay. Now clasp hand and put it to the palm with back and forward, and vice versa. Next. Okay. Vice versa, and rub the wrists. Soak, cleanse by emulsifying fat and oil, lowering surface tension. Friction and wrapping mechanically loosen and remove dirt and microorganism. And interlacing fingers and interlocking fingers ensures that all surfaces are cleansed. Now that we're done, rinse hands and wrist thoroughly, keeping hands down and elbows up. This is done because rinsing mechanically washes away dirt and microorganisms. Okay, make sure that your uniform will not be touched at the sink surface. Okay, now dry hands using paper towel. So dry hands from fingers to wrist. This is done because drying from cleanest finger to the drying from cleanest the finger to least clean, the forearms area, avoids contamination, and drying hands prevent chopping and roughen skin. Now get a paper towel and put it to the receptacle, proper receptacle. Next, clean the fingers to wrist. Okay, discard the paper. And now, discarding paper prevents transfer of microorganisms. Okay, now turn off water using paper towel. Avoid touching the handles with your hands. This is done. Discard the paper because wet towel and hands allow the transfer of pathogens by capillary action. Now, inspect surfaces of hands for obvious signs of soil or other contamination. So I'm done inspecting it. It is done because it determines if hand washing is adequate. Now, inspect hands for dermatitis or cracked skin. Now I'm done inspecting it. It is done because it indicates complication from excessive hand washing. Okay, so that is all for the hand washing. That is why hand washing is a very important technique, because as a future healthcare professional, it is our responsibility to promote and maintain the health of our patients and to prevent contamination of infections. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you learned something, and may God bless us all.